mentioned you two have met before, which is perfect because it is the perfect opportunity for us to play a game I like to call Story Ding. Here's how this works. I'm going to ask both of you to tell me a story together, taking turns going back and forth. Now, the story doesn't have to be true. But if at any point I want to change the story, I'm going to hit this bell. Just like that. And when I do, whoever just spoke will have to change the last thing they said to something new and then continue the story from there. Make sense?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
What could go wrong?
Now, why don't you start us off? Tell me the story of how you two met.
Well, we met at the gym. We met at a club. I was dancing, and she was like, "What is that white guy? He is such a good dancer. I gotta go talk to him." And so she came up to me.
I came up to you because I was like, I'm a scientist and I have to study. I am a mathematician and I have to write. I am an author and I hate books. But I'm going to write my last book about very tall white boys. So.
Yeah, I gotta say, I also hate books too. I feel like most of us do hate books, but we started going out after that, and one thing led to another. And I'm talking about sex. I'm talking about just being friends. And I'm talking about now we are cops. We're cops,
Police.
and we drive around and we arrest people. You know.
I mean, not for doing anything wrong, just because we're bored.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. We're drunk.
Yeah, in LA, like there's a lot of lawlessness in LA, and someone has to rein it in. So
If anybody is posting on their Instagram, I am taking them to jail. So I am taking them to a concert. I am taking them into my house.
Which is a problem for me because, like, now that we live together, like, I don't want some weirdo coming into our house. I'm like, who's this guy? Like, why is he in my house? Why is he showering in our shower? You know,
Well, I want to like learn about people. You know, I'm an artist. I want to have experiences. I think bringing a person home and having them shower and watching them secretly while they shower is absolutely illegal, and no one should ever do that. I don't know why.
I mean, we're cops. We're cops. We can do whatever we want. That's the beauty about being a cop. Is that when you're a cop, first of all, the only downside about being a cop is that you have to tell people that you're a cop. You have to tell people that you're a doctor. You have to tell people that you are a child if you're a cop. So if you're a cop and someone says, "Are you a cop?" you say, "No, I'm a child."
I think the other question they ask all the time is, why do you keep calling yourself cop?
Right.
Really, you should be using the phrase police officer,
Police
officer of the law,
Right.
or badass, depending on...
Give it up for Aisha and Rob.